Leo, my dear fire sign, if you're hearing this, it's not random. Something real is unfolding, and it's moving fast. A legal miracle is already in motion, and a lawyer, someone powerful, informed, and fully prepared, is on their way to deliver a message that could reshape your story completely. Let's not pretend this is a normal day. It's not. This isn't a regular horoscope update, and you didn't click here out of boredom. You're here because something inside you knows something has been held back, hidden, delayed. And it's time for that to change. Here's the truth. There's movement happening behind the scenes. And you're about to find out that your name is written into documents you weren't told about, documents that carry the weight of ownership, value, or long overdue justice. Whether it's property, finances, or contracts, something is being set right. And it's no coincidence this is happening now. I'm not here to make big promises. I'm here because I've seen what happens when people ignore that inner nudge. And I've also seen what happens when they follow it. And Leo, when you follow it, especially now, the momentum of the universe meets you halfway. Right now, we're in a cosmic window where the sun, your ruling planet, is amplifying legal truth, reputation, and the restoration of things that were never supposed to be taken from you in the first place. There's a message, literal or symbolic, coming within 72 hours. And it's not from a stranger. It's from a voice that holds authority in systems you thought had forgotten your name. This is not about revenge. It's about return. It's about restoring what's yours. I need you to listen closely. Someone from your past, possibly family, possibly a former friend or partner, may have acted behind your back. Maybe they signed something. Maybe they kept quiet. Maybe they assumed you'd stay silent forever. But the stars don't forget what's due, even if humans do. And this time, the person knocking on your door is not coming empty-handed. This lawyer, this messenger of divine timing, is bringing with them everything you need to stand up and reclaim what's yours. They know the loophole. They see the gap in the contract. They've been watching this pattern. And they don't want your money up front. That alone should tell you something. So if you're wondering whether this is for you, let me ask, have you felt like something big has been trying to get your attention lately, but you keep brushing it off? Have there been dreams, flashes, strange calls, or names from the past suddenly showing up again? That's not noise. That's your soul lining up with the truth. Right now, you're being asked to step forward and participate. Not out of fear, but out of power. The universe is not asking you to fight. It's asking you to stand up. There's a difference. If your body, your heart, or your gut is nodding right now, if something in this moment is saying, "This is for me," then I want you to take a deep breath and drop a comment below saying, "I'm ready to receive the truth." Why? Because it matters to speak it. To write it. To claim it. That one small act shifts energy. And it reminds every part of you that you're not just a passenger in this lifetime. You're a participant. Let me also take this moment to thank you deeply. Every like, every comment, every time you subscribe or share something from Eternal Mindfulness. It's not just support. It's momentum. And that momentum is what allows us to keep bringing these soul-level messages to the people who are finally ready to hear them. And Leo, I need you to stay with me until the very last minute of this message. Because what's coming next, what the universe is about to reveal, is nothing short of breathtaking. Now tell me, What was it that brought you here today? Leo, if the last few days have felt different, you're not imagining it. Something shifted. Maybe you couldn't name it, but you felt it in your sleep, in the way certain thoughts kept returning, in the odd timing of things that shouldn't be connected but suddenly are. That's not coincidence. That's resonance. You're standing in a moment that only comes once every few years, when multiple layers of energy line up so perfectly, the universe can't help but lean in. There's a reason this moment feels urgent. The energy surrounding you right now isn't passive. It's directional. It's moving. And it's headed straight for you like a stream of light that's been waiting to cut through a locked room in your soul, a room filled with dust, forgotten paperwork, old conversations, and things left unsaid. But now, a cosmic flashlight, a divine alignment is illuminating all of it. You're not being asked to dig. You're being shown. Astrologically, this is no small setup. Your ruling planet, the Sun, is activating the house that governs your public life, your reputation, and your legacy. Mars is pushing forward, nudging you into action. And Mercury, the messenger of all legal and written matters, is whispering truths that were hidden. This is where it all converges: clarity, momentum, and justice. And speaking of justice, the card itself has arrived. Not just as an image in the tarot deck, but as a vibration you can feel in your chest. When justice appears, especially next to the King of Pentacles, we're not talking about vague promises. We're talking about restoration, real-world consequences, names being named, and tangible shifts that you can hold in your hand, not just hope for. But here's what makes this sacred: it's not just about what is being revealed, but when. Within the next 72 hours, Leo, a message will arrive. It could be a phone call, a document, a name you haven't heard in years, a gut instinct so strong, it makes you stop what you're doing. That moment, that very interruption, is the knock of destiny. And when it comes, you'll know. I need you to hear this not just with your ears, but with your whole being. This isn't about chasing anything. It's about being still enough to receive. Because something that once belonged to you is circling back. And no matter who tried to take it, no matter how long it's been buried, it never stopped holding your name. What you're feeling now, the restlessness, the fire in your chest, the urge to finally speak up, that's your soul responding to a call bigger than logic. You may not know the details yet, but your spirit does. And that's why you're here. Because some part of you knows it's time. But with that knowing comes responsibility. This isn't the moment to retreat. This is your invitation to rise. Not as someone who's trying to win something, but as someone reclaiming what was always yours. Your voice. Your value. Your part in the story that someone else tried to write without you. You've grown too much to sit in silence now. The version of you that kept the peace, stayed quiet, waited for others to notice, that version was never weak. That version was waiting for this moment. And here it is. So, if you've noticed strange dreams, a sudden heaviness in the air, flashes of memories, or coincidences that feel too precise, say it. Acknowledge it. Drop a comment right now and tell me, yes, I feel the shift. Speak it. Claim it. That's how you signal to the universe that you're not just awake. You're aware. And awareness is the first key to unlocking what comes next. Sometimes, the truth doesn't hit us like a lightning bolt. It moves like a shadow slowly, quietly, almost politely slipping past our awareness until we feel it somewhere deeper than words. And Leo, that's what's happening now. You're not imagining the feeling that something was left out, something was altered, something was never fully told to you. There's someone, possibly from your past, who made a decision they didn't want you to know about. Maybe they signed something quietly. Maybe they accessed something that had your name on it, an asset, a right, a space that was legally or spiritually tied to you, and used it like it was theirs. They didn't scream it out loud. They didn't brag. That would have made it obvious. No, they waited for silence. They counted on your trust. And more than anything, they counted on time. Time, they believed, would make you forget. But time doesn't erase truth. It only delays its return. And now, with the energy that's been building, especially in the 4th and 8th houses of your chart, which rule family, inheritance, and shared assets, those layers are thinning. The lie can't hide in the dark anymore, because you're no longer asleep to it. You're sensing it, even if you can't yet prove it. And that's the shift. The 7 of Swords speaks clearly here. It's the card of silence with a motive. Hidden papers. Undisclosed agreements. Resources moved behind closed doors. It doesn't mean war is coming. It means awareness is required. And Leo, you are being asked to stop waiting for someone else to explain and to start owning the space that was yours all along. There's a kind of pain that comes with realizing something was kept from you. It's not just about the material loss, it's the betrayal of it. The unspoken assumption that you wouldn't notice. That you didn't matter enough to be told. That's the part that stings. But you're not here to carry that sting forever. You're here to name it, learn from it, and reclaim your place in the narrative. This isn't about going back to punish or prove. This is about choosing to walk into that memory with the strength you didn't have before and rewriting it. You get to decide that you are not someone who gets erased quietly. You are not a footnote in someone else's power move. You are the one who returns. The one who sees clearly. The one who acts, not out of rage, but out of wholeness. Leo, your soul has waited long enough. The truth may shake you, yes, but it will also set something in motion. A fire, not to burn down the past, but to light the path forward. It is in your nature to rise with dignity and to protect what's sacred to you. That includes your story. So I ask you now, not out of drama, but out of truth, have you ever felt like someone treated you unfairly, like a piece of your voice or your worth was taken without permission? If that resonates, speak it below. You are not alone. There is strength in saying, yes, that happened. But it won't define me. The energy unfolding now doesn't want your revenge. It wants your clarity. It wants your participation. And when you show up to this moment with that awareness, the universe doesn't just return what was taken. It returns it multiplied. Are you ready to see what was hidden, not just with your eyes, but with your heart? Let's keep going. Because the next step is already making its way to you. Just when it felt like no one would step in, like every door had been quietly sealed shut, someone appears. And not just anyone. Leo, this is the kind of person who doesn't knock for conversation. He knocks because he knows the weight of the truth and carries the tools to lift it. He's what I call a destiny lawyer, not because he was hired, but because he was sent. Sent into your timeline at the exact moment your faith in fairness was wearing thin. This isn't a savior story. It's not about being rescued. It's about alignment, a precise, strategic answer to something you've long suspected was broken, but didn't know how to fix. This person, this legal mind, is not coming to offer you comfort. He's coming with facts, documents, names, and most importantly, a plan. Not just a theory. Not speculation. A plan rooted in real-world evidence and a clause, a single overlooked detail that changes everything. In the tarot, this energy is captured by the Emperor and the King of Swords. The Emperor doesn't guess. He knows. He's structure, he's authority, he's that rare kind of person who doesn't flinch when facing corrupted systems. And the King of Swords? He's the strategist. Cold if needed, but never cruel. His mind cuts through deception with surgical precision. Together, these energies don't show up for emotional drama. They show up when it's time to clean up what others thought they got away with. This lawyer, this cosmic agent of truth, found a way in. A loophole. A line in a document no one expected to be found. And more than that, he believes in your case so much that he's willing to work without asking for payment up front. That should stop you in your tracks. Because no one risks like that unless they know the odds are stacked in your favor. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if it's another letdown? What if it goes nowhere? And that fear is fair because you've trusted before. But here's where you have to shift. You're not the same person you were when this started. The version of you now is informed. Stronger. Less patient with nonsense and more interested in closure. You can't afford to stand still now. The window is small. The momentum is real. And more than anything, the energy behind this isn't just about legal documents. It's about your dignity. Your name. Your right to know and decide what happens with what is yours. And in astrology, we see Mars lighting up the energy of Aries, pushing you not to wait, but to act. This isn't about reckless motion. It's about calculated courage. The kind where your pride isn't a wall, it's a compass. Your fire isn't anger, it's focus. Leo, you weren't born to be passive. You weren't built to let others narrate your story while you watch from the sidelines. And this moment, this arrival of the right person at the right time, it's not random. It's the test of whether you'll meet this opportunity with the strength that's always been in you. So let me ask you something, and I want you to sit with it. If the universe sent someone to protect what was rightfully yours, not with emotion, but with strategy and law, would you partner with them? Would you rise to meet that effort with your own? If the answer is yes, say it out loud. Type it below. I'm ready to cooperate. Not because you're desperate, but because you recognize when divine timing shows up dressed in paperwork and courage. The next move will not make itself. And the person coming doesn't need you to carry the load, they just need you to say, I'm in. Let's move forward. This is your part. There's something that happens when you've lived a long time thinking you only had a little. You get used to stretching, compromising, making do. You learn how to get creative with crumbs, and you do it with grace. But Leo, what if I told you that while you were learning how to survive, something with your name on it was quietly growing somewhere you never thought to look? It sounds unbelievable, I know. But let's follow the energy together. Because now, the cards are whispering, and they're not whispering small things. The Nine of Cups has appeared, and that card doesn't come lightly. It carries the vibration of contentment, satisfaction, hidden abundance. And in this case, it's pointing to something real: an account, an investment, an accumulation money with your name on it, that somehow, until now, you've been locked out of. This isn't theory. It's a pattern, one that's being unraveled by that very lawyer we spoke about in the last chapter. While they traced legal threads, what they found was more than legal injustice. It was financial omission. Something was set aside, tucked away, managed, and you weren't notified. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe it was conveniently forgotten. Either way, it happened. And it's not just numbers in a file. The Four of Wands appears here too, and that points us toward home, toward real property. A house. A land title. A storefront. Something familial, rooted in a name, in bloodlines, or in promises made long ago. And perhaps, promises broken just as easily. The kind of thing that gets passed through generations, but skipped over you. Then, there's the Page of Pentacles. This card is the accountant, the record keeper, the intern who finds the slip no one else caught. It says, the numbers are there if you know where to look. Statements. Receipts. Contract copies. Transfers you were never shown. All of it, beginning to emerge now like a beam of light hitting a vault door long shut. And here's where it stretches wider. The World card arrives, and that's when you know this isn't just local. This is international. Someone overseas. A foreign investment. A policy, a document, or an account that requires translation or cross-border coordination. This is where things get big. It's not just about the money anymore. It's about the realization that your story was never small to begin with, it was simply paused. And in the sky, the numbers 8, 11, and 44 keep pulsing. In numerology, these are not random. 8 is wealth and karma. 11 is divine awakening. 44 is master builder energy, the power to reclaim and rebuild. And you, Leo, are standing in the middle of all three. Whether or not you feel ready, this is happening. The colors calling to you now, gold, red, orange, are not just Leo colors. They're restoration colors. They signify flame, not to burn down, but to illuminate. Let that light show you what you weren't meant to miss forever. But let me be clear, this isn't just about claiming a financial inheritance. This is about claiming your value. When you realize someone else thought it was okay to keep something from you, the real wound isn't the money. It's the message that said, you didn't need to know. That's the lie we're correcting now. So today, Leo, I want you to say it with me, or type it below if it lands in your spirit. I am open to receiving what is mine. Not out of greed. Not out of desperation. But out of knowing that your worth was never meant to be hidden in someone else's safe. You are ready. And the vault is about to open. Let's go deeper. Now that the door has cracked open and the light is pouring in, it's not enough to simply watch. You have to move. This isn't about running in panic or scrambling in fear, no. This is about deliberate presence, taking intentional action while staying grounded in your truth. And Leo, you're built for this kind of fire. Strategic fire. Royal fire. The kind that doesn't destroy, it clears the path ahead. In the next 48 hours, you are standing at a threshold. And there are 5 clear steps, each one small on the surface, but powerful in what they set into motion. First, check your old papers. That drawer you haven't opened in years. That envelope you almost threw out. Somewhere, quietly waiting, is a piece of your story that still carries weight: a receipt, a name, a contract, a note. Gather them now. Dust off the forgotten corners of your past. Second, scan and organize what you find. Give it structure. Name your files by date. Back them up to a private cloud or drive. This is not just about digital safety, it's about energetically telling the universe, I'm ready to be clear, clean, and claimed. Third, if the call comes from that lawyer, from a number you don't recognize, from someone repeating a phrase you haven't heard in years, listen carefully. But don't respond with emotion. Respond with discernment. Fourth, keep your plans sacred. Don't speak it into spaces where envy, doubt, or confusion can twist it. Silence is strength now. Share only with those who have shown you consistency, not just curiosity. And finally, fifth, and this one may seem simple, but it's everything: center yourself. You can't outrun the noise unless you find stillness inside. Here's how: drink more water than you think you need. It flushes the tension, physically and energetically. Take a magnesium supplement, or a warm salt bath if that's all you have. Cut the sugar, cut the caffeine, not forever, just enough to hear your own instincts again. And when the stress creeps in, pause and breathe with rhythm: 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 6 seconds out. Do that 3 times, and watch how your nervous system softens. And now a word of caution. The 7 of Cups showed up, the card of illusion, of quick fixes and emotional bait. Someone may offer you a shortcut soon. A fast settlement, a verbal agreement, a warm voice telling you not to dig deeper. Be careful. Not every cup is full of wine. Some hide poison in sweetness. The Fool reversed reminds you: don't jump. Don't sign. Don't say yes just to stop feeling uncomfortable. This moment isn't about comfort. It's about clarity. The Judgment card lands like a bell in the distance. It's not here to scare you. It's here to wake you up. It says, you've seen enough. You know enough. You are enough. Now, act like it. This is the moment where your past no longer defines your decisions, your vision does. So, Leo, I ask you gently, but with urgency, are you ready to take just one of these 5 steps? If so, type it below. Let this community witness your readiness. Speak it aloud. Because action, even quiet action, creates momentum. And the universe? It moves fast once you do. Let's keep going. The story is just beginning to turn in your favor. And now, dear Leo, here we are at the edge of something irreversible. The story no longer belongs to the past, and the future is not some far-off place. It's right here, at your fingertips, waiting for you to reach out and write the next sentence with intention, courage, and clarity. A lawyer is coming. Yes, I said it. But not just any lawyer, someone aligned, prepared, led to you by more than coincidence. And yes, I will reveal everything I've seen. But it is not my words that change your fate, it is your response. That is your part of the dance. Because in this moment, the universe is not handing you a lottery ticket. It's handing you a key. One that opens a door that's been locked by circumstance, by betrayal, or simply by time. The cards Justice, King of Pentacles, Judgment, and Emperor, they didn't show up together to paint a pretty picture. They came as a council. They stand behind you like four great pillars, each holding up the structure of your new reality, ready for you to walk beneath their protection and into your authority. You are not powerless. You are not lost. You are not late. The timing, as strange as it may feel, is perfect. This is not a random miracle. It's the result of a seed you planted long ago finally breaking through the surface. And it's not just about reclaiming something external, it's about reclaiming the truth that you were never meant to live small. So let me ask you, not with pressure, but with sincerity, do you feel it? That stirring in your chest, that subtle knowing that this message was meant for you? Then say it out loud or write it in the comments below. I choose justice. I choose my own destiny. Let that declaration be a sacred signature. A moment where your soul steps forward and takes its rightful place in the narrative. And if this message touched something in you, if it reminded you of your power, your worth, or your clarity, please support this space by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Every interaction on this channel sends out a ripple, strengthening this community of awakened hearts. Your presence here isn't just appreciated, it's felt. I want to take a quiet moment to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for showing up. For staying until the end. For choosing to listen not just with your ears, but with your inner compass. Every like, every comment, every time you return to eternal mindfulness, it keeps this light burning. And believe me, Leo, you'll want to stay close. Because what the universe is preparing to unfold in your favor? It's just beginning. Now take a breath. Anchor into that flame in your chest. You're not just watching this video, you're answering a call. The call to rise. To reclaim. To become the author of what comes next. Justice is not coming. It's already here. Let's walk forward together.